This is Steve Marsh with Round One, and we're here today with Dan Wilson having a cocktail at Ohm. What are you, a martini guy?
I'm gonna get a Macallan straight up.
Unfortunately, I don't have Macallan.
Oh wow! What do you have for just a single?
How about Oban?
I love Oban.
I love Oban as well.
I'll do a amber.
Amber?
Yeah. You're doing this tour of the Twin Cities, right? Is that kind of because of the economy and staycation and gas money for the van?
My wife Diane said it was like a staycation. I like that a lot. It just didn't seem right to just do one tiny little gig and call that my show for the year, you know? Somebody close to me said, why don't you do like a week of small gigs? And it sort of developed into this, the hometown tour.
Well, cheers, man. Is that your poison usually, the scotch?
I like it. The scotch and also a little bit of red wine, I guess.
Do you play on red wine and scotch?
Probably more like playing. Yeah. Playing with scotch is nice. You know, my time to write songs is usually like first thing in the morning.
So Bailey's and coffee then.
Yeah, exactly.
It seems to me that music isn't very cerebral in some ways. It's very kind of emotive.
Every time I write a good song, I feel like I've just, stumbled accidentally upon something really great. I never feel like I put some scheme into action.
Can you tell us the story of Closing Time? That was a scheme that worked beautifully, wasn't it? That actually is a kind of a cerebral notion that you put into play.
Here's the story, and it's not the same story that you've heard. My band didn't like to finish our shows with a song from Great Divide called If I Run. Basically, for John and Jake, I decided I was going to write a different closer for the sets. Then I thought of this phrase that I had heard at the 400 bar, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Then as I was writing the rest of the song, I realized that it had a lot to do with the fact that my wife was pregnant. And we were...
It was unconscious. It wasn't some scheme.
I didn't say at the concert that I thought up the scheme of hiding the baby song in plain view. I just said I hid it. The fact is, the song was pretty much done before I figured out that it was totally a pun about being bounced from a bar or being bounced from the womb.
What is this one, though?
That's the Karma.
This looks like it does have yogurt in it.
Actually, no, it doesn't. There's some half and half in that, though. It's Jameson, Tuwaka, a half and half simple syrup, and some fresh ground cardamom.
If Steve has been a bad guy, what will this drink do?
Give him diarrhea.
Okay, good. But if he's good...
It is good.
He'll be just kind of buzzed and loopy. Yeah, okay, good. All right.
The whole fancy ethnic food is an interesting kind of thing, you know? You have this kind of weird impulse that people have towards authenticity lately.
I have no impulse like that.
I think a lot of guilty white people do, though, Dan.
I'm guilty and white, but I have no impulse for authenticity whatsoever.
Do you think that word's completely meaningless? I mean, what does that mean exactly now?
I do think it's completely meaningless. I'm pretty much a face value kind of person. I never go into a place... have an experience that's completely different than what I expected. Because I never really expect anything. Anything that has to do with like, oh, this is the real deal.
Are you a Buddhist, man? What the?
Kind of a secret Buddhist, yeah.